What's up, guys? Sean here. Back out here in the Riparian forest area. Just want to do some more bushcraft testing. Got a knife on me you guys are familiar with. It's the Malanika Puukko. Beautiful knife. Want to do some more field stuff with it. And today we're going to be testing out a lightweight bushcraft setup. What I have on me is this right here. A small 1.5 pound hatchet. And so if this is all you had, would you be able to craft a handle for this guy right here? This is just going to be a temporary handle, and we're just kind of testing a cool setup idea that you can mix with this lightweight Puukko. I got summer coming up, got some cool hiking trips I'm going to go on, and I want to go ahead and check that out. Alright guys, to an area where I found a nice standing dead. We'll just go check it out. You can just hear how mushy the ground is. This is a good example of a riparian forest area. Basically kind of like woods, kind of a boggy area when you're near a river. The trees are a little bit different. We don't have all those nice dug firs and stuff like that. Looks like we found our dead tree right here. I'll go ahead and cover myself, give it a few shakes. Make sure nothing's going to fall down. I found a stick right here. We're going to go ahead and use this like a chisel and try to cut through that guy. I keep tape on the edge right here to protect the edge when I carry it. And I have an extra set of tape here. It comes in handy for first aid and for, I like to use it as like a sheath on my axes and hatchets. So let's go ahead and give this a try. The stick will probably break. We'll see what happens. See there, this might take a little while. Alright, so we're going to ditch the whacking this thing with a stick. And if you're strong enough, you got a nice tight grip, you can just go ahead and grab onto this thing right here. I mean, it's only a wrist thick. You should be able to hack through it, especially if your hatchet is nice and sharp. I put a nice sharp edge on there with my Word Sharp 60 grit belt, so here we go. Let's see if we could just go ahead and bend it over and break it. Timber! So now we're going to go ahead and switch to this beautiful Malanika Puukko. And we're going to go ahead and start carving this guy down. So the last accident I had with this cutting style, I came over, my finger had slipped in front of the edge. Make sure if you do use this power cutting technique, tight grip with this hand right here and try to use your hips. Just be really cognizant of this edge right here. Very, very sharp, and you don't want an accident like I had yesterday. No bueno. Alright, so this really helps speed up the process, shaving as much wood as we can until it starts to get rather difficult. Special word of caution, if you're ever out in the field, make sure that when you're using all these tools, you have enough equipment to make a small pressure bandage. It could be a few hours of a walk to get to where you need to go, to get all fixed up after you cut yourself. So make sure you at least have some minor trauma first aid for bleeding, for cuts, especially when your tools are incredibly sharp like they should be. Now we're going to start chiseling away at this guy by doing some batoning. The Malanika Puukko is a full tang knife, but it is hardened at 60 HRC. Now 52-100 is pretty tough stuff. You still want to make sure that you just don't go ape on it. It's a fairly hard steel, and it's also homogeneous, so we don't get that added strength if it was laminated. So we'll just take it easy, take our time. Let's use the sharpness of the blade, and we'll go ahead and chisel through this guy. Alright, let's go ahead and try the axe head, see if that speeds stuff up a bit. Really goes to show why it's so important to have a folding saw on you for bushcraft like stuff. But this is cool to see, being able to do it without the bushcraft saw. You can also see why it's so important to have that handle on an axe to just get that increased leverage and power. Alright, looks like we got it thin enough to break. Go ahead and tape our edge back up. There we have it. This is what we're going to use to make our handle. Got a good work area. We got our handle that we cut down very primitively. Again, quite ridiculous. It's pretty crucial to have a folding saw. Today is just basically a test of, if you didn't have a folding saw, how you would go ahead and try to make a primitive temporary handle with a hatchet. Again, we're trying to go for lightweight. The problem with going lightweight a lot of the time is it takes more time when you get to where you're going to go to use your tools, especially when you have such lightweight tools. It does show you why it is nice to have a bigger knife or a folding saw at the very least. But let's go ahead and continue. Pull out the Puukko and let's start carving away. You just see just how well the rhomboid geometry on this bad boy just slices through the wood. Get all the bark off on here, and you can see we got enough work on here that this may take a while. I mean, it's almost better to have an axe to make an axe. But here we go. This should be fun over the summer. I'm practicing it right now for when I'm actually out hiking and want to test it. See, just powering through these knots right here using a nice chest lever grip. Not going to get that one. Let's continue. Keys not to get slowed down, but just consistently cutting through all the wood. So yeah, I usually don't film videos like this. It just takes a lot of time, and I wasn't sure how much I really wanted to invest into making YouTube videos. But gotten a few friends like Dutch Bushcraft Knives and some other guys, Lugermonger, and they've been really fun to share videos with. So I'm kind of just doing this for my my online mates. Yeah, what can I say, man? I really love knives. I love kitchen knives, outdoor knives. It's really fun. I got really bad ADD, guys. I mean, knives have really just been that one thing that I just haven't been able to get bored of. The minute I do, I get more into kitchen knives, or I get bored of those, then I get into pocket knives. I get bored of those, and then I get into fixed blades, choppers, axes. If it cuts, I like it. And so you're going to be seeing a lot of cutting on this channel. This channel is really all about cutting stuff. Starting to get that bark off there, but really going to have to remove some material. So this could take a while. I'll probably just go ahead and edit this. You guys can see here, still carving it down. And this is why it's so nice to have a knife with a completely neutral handle. Okay, it's just a shape that you grab that's fairly comfortable, with no texture, no tack grip, no G10. None of that stuff. That's just going to rip your hand up if you use your knife for a while on this wood. So you want to make sure you have just a nice, comfortable handle. You want it nice and smooth. And it is nice not to have a guard on there, so that you are completely uninhibited when it comes to use of the knife. So that is nice. If you were to get all that grip and stuff, all that traction feels really good when you're fondling the knife, but if you use your knife for more than, say, 5 minutes, your hand's going to be really, really sore. So if you're looking for an outdoor knife, a lot of people, when they're grabbing them up in the store and stuff like that, they try to look for non-slip grip kind of stuff. That's going to tear your hand up, and as your hands sweat, friction plus moisture equals blisters, so you don't want that. See, we're really starting to trim that down. You can see just how much of a long, slow process this is, so this video is going to be edited so you guys don't die from boredom. Very relaxing to be out here though and carve up on some wood with this absolutely beautiful knife right here. Probably one of my all-time favorites. But starting to carve down to this beautiful waterlogged heartwood here. Again, this is a temporary handle, nothing permanent, just something to get the job done. Of course, it doesn't seem too temporary with all the time that you have to put in, especially without having a folding saw, but it's life's definitely about the journey, not the destination. All right, let's give it a check. You guys could see there, we have to take a kind of mental note of how much to remove to get that thing off there, or excuse me, on there. So by putting it on there, eyeball it, give yourself a good idea, and get right back to work. Just putting the finishing touches on here. Alright, I believe we have it thin enough to start fitting it. You want it fairly loose up here, then work it down tight onto here. One of your ends should be narrower than this back end right here, as to the shape that we talked about. Make sure you have your axe in the proper position. You'll know your axe up from down. Should have a more pronounced beard on this end right here versus up here at the toe. Usually that's just directly flat. Alright, we're going to give this a few whacks. Put our tools away. Alright, so there's how far we have it. We'll see if we can get it down just a little bit further here. See right there, looks like we have it on there. Now in order to get it on further, we're going to have to cut a little bit of this off right here. And you got to be careful with your edge. Make sure that you're not cutting on the metal. It'll destroy any sharp edge. See, I'm using a technique that allows me to use that nice belly area. Another reason why a lot of good bushcraft knives have this nice belly. Allows you to do some carving at awkward angles like you see here. And there we have it, our temporary axe handle. Never said it was going to win any beauty contests, but that's about as fast as I can make it. You can definitely carve it down, fit it better. It should just be friction fit on here. You shouldn't have to worry about that flying anywhere because, like I said, it's just temporary. Give it a few chops here. See, now we could make definite short work out of some materials here. Loosens up, you can just slam it down just like that. Excellent. Alright guys, so there you have it, the temporary axe handle. We'll go ahead and practice this some more. It's actually pretty fun to get out and use my tools. As far as the Malanika Puukko, just exceptional. It's still razor sharp. I'll go ahead and show you guys here. Get ready for the swim team here. And we could see right there, razor sharp, not hair popping sharp, scrape shaving, but definitely a great knife, worth every penny of the $190 I spent for it. Not only is it absolutely beautiful, but definitely gets work done, sharp, great stuff. Thanks, Daniel. Special shout out to my brother from another mother, Dutch Bushcraft Knives. If you guys haven't seen his channel at all, you definitely need to check it out. He's definitely just like me, and he loves knives. He loves to sharpen them. He can sharpen them, and kitchen knives, outdoor knives, all kinds of really cool stuff. So make sure you check out his channel. I'll put it down in the description for you guys to check out his content. Alright guys, Sean here. Catch you guys later. Thanks for watching my videos.